Welcome back.
Hello. Good morning on a Thursday. How's everybody doing? Well, today we're going to be doing we're going to be going a little bit deeper in the game. But let's get moving. Hey. Oh. Playing around with settings in the background here. There. Probably gonna see the bit cup flicker a little bit. There we go. There we go. Change around a couple settings. I don't even know if that's a word. And we wait for the load here. Still a little stiff in the morning. Yeah. I didn't really stay up that late. I went to bed at 9. That's kind of weird. It's like you fall asleep early, and it feels like you're more tired than you would have been if you would have just gone to sleep at your regular time. Odd. But yeah, but today we're going to be trying to go a little bit deeper into that cave.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Yeah, that's a lie. We're also going to be trying to get some power, even if it's minimal, into the new base we made yesterday. Try and get that up and running so we can start making it into a functional base, and then we're gonna take a trip down.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Kind of weird that it does that. When it's loading the game, it waits until like, I don't know. But yeah, last night I did some reorganization. Decided to put all the titanium like right next to each other. So I've got 3 containers full of titanium. Well, nearly full. I also moved all the teeth into their own containers since we're getting so many of them now, so we can make the enamel glass when we need to. I'm quite sure we're gonna have to get further down. Now let's see here. Cyclops Mark II. We need nickel ore, so we need to find nickel. Go over to the Cyclops and see if quite possibly we can make another. I could probably make a couple of armor mods for the Cyclops, just so that if we do get attacked, we can immediately steal 3 rubies. Have I already done that? I feel like I've done that. Yes, I have. Okay. So we need nickel to upgrade to to Mark II. I've already put an efficiency module in there. Okay, sweet. So let's go and put a couple of use up some of our diamonds and armor this thing up. Hey, reef pack, you're getting a little too close to my launch pad there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So let's first remind ourselves what we need. We're also going to put the prawn suit into the Cyclops. Okay, 3 titanium, 4 diamonds. So let's see how many diamonds we have. How many diamonds do we have to burn? Nope. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 2 of them on there. Okay, lithium. No, I've got a ton of lithium. 2, 4. And titanium, which we've got plenty of titanium. Let's start over here. 3, 2, 3. Make 2 of them. That way we can But yeah, I went through and just condensed down the multiple boxes so I didn't spend so much time trying to find materials. Also went and spent some time in the prawn suit last night.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Nope. Shit. Okay, prawn suit then. Those are going into the prawn suit. I was hoping I was going to be able to armor this thing up so I could take some more punishment, but I guess no. We'll put in the prawn suit. Just armor up our prawn suit, I guess. Yeah, that's right. I can't access the upgrades. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're bringing the prawn suit down with us just in case we find nickel along the way. Go deeper. Okay, prawn suit's on board. This is the upgrades from here. Feed ourselves real quick. Seems to like hanging out over there now. Yeah, that's right. Power for the okay, we need 2 wiring kits and 6 titanium. 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. 4 silver. 4. Make 2 wiring kits. Nope. That's nice. Then the lubricant, which we gotta go and get from out here. The reef pack is kind of stuck. We got a stuck reef pack. That's me. I ain't ready for you yet. No way. Okay. get made. We'll be ready to go. Go and make our bioreactors down there. Yep. 2 bioreactors. Still don't have the nuclear reactor ready to go, but still will. Get away from the shore, dude. So close to the shore. I also went through and got my power cores recharged up. Mostly so that I wouldn't run out of power while I'm going around town. So we're going this way. And just so that it's not complete darkness. Go get along the floor here. One of the major reasons why I go so low is because when it's dark out, you can't see anything. It's like no scenery. I like the scenic route. Why is he on the ground? Why is he on the seabed? One of the many, many questions. Oops, sorry. I guess you're coming with me. Okay. Let's go around. Excuse me, pardon me. Beep beep. Beep beep honk honk. Help everywhere. Excuse me, could the sun come up? That'd be nice. Can't see shit. Going down. Kinda. So we've got our prawn suit available. There's a mushroom biome over here. That might be a option for later. Definitely close.
Calorie intake recommended.
Oh my god. Really? Ah. I'll put a mushroom. Probably make one in the mushroom man. We need to fucking get out of here. Come on. Come on. See you.
Warning, external hull damage.
Fucking hell.
Warning, attack.
Go down. Go down. Go down. Okay. Switch to repair.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I said repair.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Yeah. They weren't this, They weren't this energetic yesterday. Get the fuck away, dude. Okay. One more damage. Okay, we're gonna need to get further away from this guy. Preferably, let's get away from Big and Ugly over there. Yourselves. Parked right here. There we go. Okay, that's it.
Warning,
You have
hull damage detected.
now ticked me off. Where are you? Where'd you go? Come on. Come on. Where'd you go? I know you're here. There we go. Do it at a certain angle. The front ship. Okay, we're good. Let's get inside here.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Yeah, I know. Bioreactor.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
We'll put one right here. Go. On.
30 seconds.
Oxygen first, then food.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
There he is. Actually, let's do this. Since they're a little too fast for me. Oh, son of a bitch. They're a lot faster than yesterday. Now you're gonna show your
Creature discovered.
stuff. Okay. Food 23. Not much. That's something. Did we lose anything? Better not have lost anything. But we need to go and grab a whole bunch of fish. At least get this thing powered up. Go away. You gold. You are gold. That was good. Where are you? You something I could pick up? No. You are something I could pick up though. There we go. Finding fish is going to be difficult down here. Just want to get a couple of fish just so that I can get the power up and running. Lots and lots of gold. Got you. Got you. Got you. The crabs right there. Oh, come on. Run them.
30 seconds.
There we go. As I'm sitting here trying to grab a fish.
Oxygen.
There we go.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Okay. Mind fish, please. Copper ore, gold ore, diamonds. Oh, rubies. Other than the fact that this destination is dangerous, it's doable. Definitely is doable down here. There we go. And do this. Storage. Get storage set up here. Start putting all this diamond and gold down here. Wall locker right there too. Okay. Power's not gonna last, but it's gonna work for now. There's plenty of gold down here. But my biggest concern is finding nickel, which means we're gonna have to go way deeper. Here we go. 500 meters down.
Local scans show a nearby opening, leading to a biome with extensive fossilized remains.
No way. River. Asshole. See if we can get out of here before he beats us to a pulp here. Come on, come on, come on.
Deploying decoy. Warning. External hull damage detected.
Yes, I know. Fully realize that. Try and get ourselves away from the wall if we can. Oh my god. Shit. Go up. Go down. Let's get away from the Ghost Leviathan if we can. Oh my god. We need to get away from this guy.
Creature attack.
Yes, I know, creature attack. I gotcha. I understand that. I'm trying to get away from him. There's gotta be an easier path through here. Okay, we got past him a little bit. No idea where I'm going. Oh, this is just the entrance, okay. Okay, let's fix up the floodlights so we're a little bit harder to detect. Number on us. Definitely got a lot of damage on us. Oh, there it is. No, come on. There we go. No, right there. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're good. Through here.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Which means we're gonna have to head back out. Need more information. Which means we're gonna have to make a scanning room. Make a scanning room, and we're going to have to use the cameras on the scanning room to find our way through this. Plus it's extremely dark. I have no idea why. Well, I know why. I know one of the reasons I don't have my spotlights on, but usually I came down here and it would light up from natural sunlight. We need supplies to be able to make a scanning room. We can kind of map out this entrance. There's a surface. I also didn't want to get destroyed with the prawn suit on board, because trying to retrieve that would be a pain in the ass. I think I saw a nickel. I'm not 100% sure on that. Either that or that was a lithium vein. Probably a lithium vein. Because I have no idea how to navigate those caves. It's the first time I've actually attempted going in there. Okay. Base. Head on down. Yeah. Back here. Double checking. Figure this out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see here. So, scanning room. Do more sample. 5 to old. Food. Plenty of gold there. That's nice. Table 4 samples. Go down, go down. Okay, that's still going. Magic fruit. Editable. Editable. Exit out, please. Thank you. There's water. Oh, not up. Down. Down. Thank you. Okay, table coral samples. A total of 2. I'm also gonna have to. I'm gonna get the ingredients needed to make a grow bed. Lantern fruit. 1, 2. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, back into the drink. Back into the chaos down there. There we go. That's the temperature as it has. Well, the sun hasn't come up yet. Go this way, hopefully get ourselves an idea of where to go. Because I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah, that way I went before was very dangerous. There's a lot of things there. I'm gonna try going from above. Maybe I can get in there. Preferably not on the side that the Leviathan's on. Maybe if I go on the other direction, he might leave me alone. For the most part. Yes, I know. Grab that. Quick trip over this reef back here. Go up this way. Go down this way. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. This thing is just so long and bulky. Oh, hi there. You're here. Oh, fuck. Oh, you... Hey, jerk. I'm busy here. Really? He's gonna give me a pain. He's gonna be a pain in the ass all day, isn't he?
Warning, external hull damage
I
detected.
don't know. He's gonna be a pain in the ass the entire day. For the most part, he ignored us yesterday.
Our integrity low.
Let's, we're heading down now. Let's head straight down. Get to the bottom. It's quick. Not the time, crabhead. Just get to the bottom. Get to the bottom. Get to the bottom, please.
File detected.
Oh my god. Okay. Where's the fire? Just let me grab you, please. Okay, we need to get out.
File detected.
Fucking hell. What fire? There is no fire. Okay, we need to get outdoors with our repair tool as soon as possible. Go, 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 go.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Now I can see.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Right now. Well, that path wasn't any safer. Anything else? You. Yeah, we gotta hit hard. Prepared? Prepared. Horrible. Okay, grow beds. Get some grow beds set up here. We need a scanning room set up too. Preferably somewhere where it's not in the way. Preferably somewhere where I'm not going to run into it. Would be even better. Okay, scanning room. That connects. That will. Okay. Need to get onto the second floor though. We have... No, we don't. In order for us to get up there... Okay. See if I can move it down one. Hopefully I can. Come on. Hey. There we go. There. Perfect. Sweet. Okay. To the scanning station. Well, this doesn't give us any more information than we already know. But, no, not that. 6. Well, there's our suit. Well, our Cyclops. See if we can get a little bit further in. Yeah, I see you. Teleporting asshole. You're gold. And you are... Okay, you're the rays. Oh crap. And this does not help. Can't exactly go very far. Shit. That's me being stupid. Yep. 5, 6, 7. Too bad these bases can't, like, network together, you know? Okay. I'm just looking for anything that may look like nickel. Thing that I've never seen before. Uranium. The uranium vein. Gold vein. I'm really looking for just visual, but if I have to, I'll just scan. Granted, this base doesn't have a very reliable power source. Scanning might cause the power to go completely out. I might have to go down there in the prawn suit and leave the Cyclops here. Been here in spirit until now. Had to run to the bank. Was using my debit card in Florida. Signed paper to get that money back. Wow, that's messed up. What did I miss? Being attacked by the Ghost Leviathan twice. Our latest trip down here nearly got our Cyclops destroyed. I was trying to find a safer path to get down here, but apparently getting attacked by that thing is unavoidable. Not until we get ourselves a base made deeper in. Once we get a base deeper in, then we should be able to just come here in the sea moth and then park a prawn suit here, and then go deeper in from there. Or have a base that's deeper in, and we park the prawn suit there. Currently just trying to find plenty of uranium here. My god, if we could just get the nuclear power plant specs, we'd have plenty of uranium to keep a nuclear power plant going for indefinitely. Full fiber and just some. Fucking hell. Ah. Good thing it has a lid. I'm having one of those mornings. $500 for to reproduce the card and my pin, which is bizarre. Yeah. Just a second here. Be right back. Okay. There we go. Okay, so if we can get the nuclear power plant, we can definitely have a much more robust base. But right now, we need to get down into there and find the plans for the nuclear power plant. Got blood oil here, we got uranium crystals, wreck. I can't scan. I don't have the quartz salt deposit. I don't see any nickel here, so that's what we're gonna do. We're going to we are gonna go deeper in Pronzoot. We're gonna leave the Cyclops here. That's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be our option. Let's do that. I'm getting hungry though. We're gonna definitely have to bring food with us. We gotta find food. Why'd you go dark on me again? It gets dark really quickly here. Apparently apparently what's his face? Ghost Leviathan does not like light. Yeah, that's that. The little spider thingies. Plenty of gold here. That's uranium right there. Looking for a little spinefish for a temporary food source. Hoping that I can fill my stomach before I go down. I can still have those calories to get back up and not, die in the prawn suit and then have my prawn suit be stuck down here.
30 seconds.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had my debit card or any credit card stolen. I've had my debit card or credit card end up being used in weird spots, like weird services, subscriptions that popped up out of nowhere. I had to go and, you know, I'd have to go out and end the subscriptions. Or make phone calls and tell them to end the subscription, which is usually what happens. Could both of these. We're at 900 some odd power. Make sure I'm not scanning anything. We're good. Okay. Prawn soup. We've got hydration and food. So let's get in the prawn soup.
Welcome aboard.
What the?
All systems online. File detected.
Fuck?
Fire extinguished. Air scrubbers initiated.
That was a weird place for a fire. I'm in a good mood. I had coffee, something today. Thanks for the 750. Thank you. Thank you for the bits. Much appreciated. Despite the bang problem, well for me. Yeah. I'm having one of those, not one of those days. You know, where it's like, you start kind of sitting there going, what the hell is going on? We're going deeper in this, in the prawn soup. Oh, hi there. Ooh, jerk. I'm busy, sir. Yeah, I know. How about that? Yeah, there's a lot of gold here. I tried coming down here in the Cyclops, but I ran into the Leviathan. I have them days. Usually I talk them over. But yeah, I usually have mornings to talk about anything. Yeah. Yeah, well for me it's kind of like, you know, the day after a holiday. You're kind of just trying to get your world back together. Yeah, I ran into him yesterday, but yesterday he didn't do as much damage as he is doing today. Today he's doing a lot of damage. Ooh, is this nickel? Silver. Okay, that's a lot of silver. I'm just gonna stick to the low ground here. Hello. This works. We're going here. That's a teleporter. Yeah, the Leviathan is just kind of giving me a rough time today. teleporter. Gotcha. Me and my girlfriend don't consider Valentine's Day a holiday. It seems to be just a corporate holiday. That's the real reason behind the day. To do. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a holiday that I consider a holiday, but it's not exactly my favorite holiday. Don't know much about you, but unless you have plans and they fell through or something, Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I just, you know, kind of doing my thing, I guess. For the most part, for me, it's like, when it comes to having a girlfriend, marriage, and all that stuff, it's kind of hard for, at least because I spend a lot of time in front of a computer and finding time to do other things on top of all the other things that are going on makes it very difficult. Yeah, single life isn't bad. Yeah, single life isn't bad, but it can get annoying after a while. You nickel? You are nickel. Can I get away with not getting hit by you? Okay, sweet. Okay, there is nickel ore down here. It's just not in the veins. There's a lot of things in here that can hurt me. Magnetite. You are silver ore. Okay, for the sake of safety, I might have to make a base in here if this Ghost Leviathan is not gonna leave me alone. My bud, Iraq vets, as much as he... I know the struggle, I see him, and yes, dear time, he's home. Yeah. Well, that's really the big problem that I've been having, is trying to find someone who is okay with my hobbies and allow me to pursue them, you know? You'd think that would be a lot easier to find. Unfortunately, no. That's why I've pretty much come to the realization, it's like, if I'm gonna find someone, she's gonna have that, she herself has to have at least one nerdy hobby. Nerdy, geeky, doesn't matter. Star Trek, Star Wars, comic books, something. She has to have something. And if she doesn't, the chances are pretty high that she's not gonna be okay with my hobby. Hence why I've been single for so long. They exist, they're just hunted to extinction. And what I mean by that, I mean they're usually already married and have kids, or... Okay, we'll go down that. My girlfriend I met through RuneScape. Since I grew up in foster care, I got her for 4 years before asking her out. She's a gamer, so it works though. Her learning curve is can't play hardly anything I play. Yeah. Well, it just means that if you're into a particular game, she would understand because she was in RuneScape. So there's a common ground of understanding there. Ooh, titanium. I tried to get her to spare me with the swords. I got to enjoy that too. I can go hours spare. So maybe 45 minutes at the gym. Sparring, yeah. Okay. Don't need titanium. Unless I find lead somewhere nearby. If I find lead and titanium, I'll make a base like right now. More titanium. Yay, titanium veins. Is there lead nearby? Maybe? Titanium. Silver. Titanium, silver, and gold all around here. Oh, hi, you. You just watching us. Silver, silver, silver. Tons of silver. Where are you? Nickel. Perfect. Okay. We're drilling this. We're gonna have to get ourselves back out. But we didn't have to do much going down, so this is what we were looking for. We were looking for nickel. That way we can do some upgrading. But yeah, it's pretty much the downside to my age group. My age group is notorious for being... Oh, there's another nickel. My age group is notorious for having a huge divide when it comes to men and women. It's either you go and find someone and you just drift apart. That's why, you know, my age group's divorce rate is so high. Or you end up searching for someone and it doesn't, you know, it just never works out. There's a rare instance of people my age who actually have happy marriages. Which is sad. But hey, what can you do? Yeah. That's why I kind of just, I focus on work and things that make me happy. Like streaming, video games. Keeps me focused on something. What are my other hobbies? Other than video gaming, I'm currently trying to get back into titanium. I'm trying to get back into archery. I've been doing push-ups and other arm exercises to try and increase my arm strength so that I can pull back the bow without having to feel rushed. Because right now, how long I can hold the bow back is not long enough for me to get a clean shot. So I'm trying to increase my arm strength. I like fishing, but on occasion, you know, I'm trying to get back into going to a regular fishing hole, but I have to learn how fishing works in Idaho. And the occasional camping trip. You know, I wouldn't say I like doing a lot of camping, but I like the camping with others kind of feel. Okay, he's gonna pull me out, guaranteed. Yeah, my brother will go camping by himself, but I prefer, if I'm gonna camp, it's gonna be with other people. Yeah, so we're trying to get back in the ship here. Wasn't even close. That's what's in the dip. Try this again. Up we go. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Has to be within a very short window. There we go. Which there are women who like camping, but when they want to camp or they want to go hiking or they want to go in the outdoors, they really want to go a lot of camping. You know, there's no such thing as in moderation. It's like they want to, if they're outdoorsy, they are 100% all the time outdoorsy. That's not my term, that's their term. Outdoorsy people. In fact, I think one of the women I've met was US Air Force, and that's all she wanted. She didn't like the city, she wanted to be as far away from the city as possible, and she would spend every moment she could being outdoors. And me being a guy who likes, doesn't mind the city, and also loves technology and computers and internet culture, yeah, wouldn't exactly work out. Which, when I was younger, a lot of people wouldn't expect me to spend so much time, because when I was younger, I spent a lot. I was in the Boy Scouts. I spent a lot of time camping. Spent a lot of times outdoors, climbing trees, going in the woods, starting fires. That's pretty much what I did when I was younger. Finally have nickel. Just need to go and remind myself what I can make with it. There's a couple of upgrades I can make with it. I was always outside until foster care. I limited my freedom due to the fact of liability. I turned into a gamer. Yeah, pretty much. When I was in the Midwest, all I did was be outdoors. And then I went up, I moved to Anchorage, and pretty much, you know, I was so used to having outdoors be so close and accessible that I'd spend a lot of time indoors playing video games, and then I'd go fishing with my dad, or we'd go camping, which back then, you know, when we were in Anchorage, there's very few tent camping spots, so we had to get an RV. But yeah, that was a lot of fun up there. Plus the fishing. Once you go fishing in Anchorage, it's kind of hard to go fishing elsewhere. Kind of ruins it for you because the fish are so big there. I mean, it's almost like go fishing somewhere else and you're like, well, that was a nice quick fight. But yeah, one of these days. One of these days. That's something I just keep telling myself. One of these days. Just one of these days.
Engine powering down.
Because if you don't at least tell yourself that, you drive yourself crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go into here, grab all the nickel ore that we just grabbed, which is a whole lot. I wanted to get into fishing, but the group of people I know are mostly long distance. And they ain't near me. I never got into the clicks at the armory, so buddy with a lot of guys, yeah. Fishing is kind of like one of those things where once you're taught it, I mean, you know, if you just need a time to get away and you know of a good fishing hole, then you could just get into the habit of going by yourself. Fishing by yourself is not a bad thing. I for one haven't found a fishing hole on my way to and from work, so sometimes a lot of the sacrifice my foster dad tells me not how much you're willing to put up with, but how much she's willing to put up with you. Yeah, just finding someone who's willing to be patient with you, you know. You being patient with her, she is patient with you, that kind of a deal, you know. It's like kind of difficult. Kind of difficult finding someone like that. Okay, that's not you. I gotta put all the nickel on here. There we go. Well, at least I know where I can get a good source of nickel. Down in the Lost River. Halfway down, I guess. If that even is halfway down.
Seek fluid intake.
Let's double check. Ni. Ni is nickel, right? Ni. Oh. Ni. This is the box of Ni. Ni. Decomposing. Ew. +3 food. Okay, we're gonna drop those off. We're just gonna say no to that. Drop. Let's get potatoes. Let's get some taters. Taters. Taters.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah. One of these days. All I can say, one of these days. It will happen. Just, it's probably gonna be, see, this is, I kind of envision how this is gonna happen. I'm probably gonna, you know, if I do the streaming long enough, I might be able to afford to be able to go to PAX and say hello to you guys if you guys show up there. And I might find someone while I go to one of those events. You never know. The possibility is still open. But I'd rather not find someone out of desperation. I'd rather just kind of have it happen naturally. It just kind of becomes a thing. I'd rather have one of those relationships where it's just like, wait, we dating? And she's like, yeah, I guess so. Rather than, you know, make it all official and shit. Like, you know. That's awkward as hell. Okay, let's see here. So, we now have nickel. Let's go check out the modification station. I know there was a couple of things in here that required nickel. Probably, yeah, the Mark II upgrade. That's plasteel. We've already done that one. Plasteel and rubies. That one's gonna be a while. The Mark II for the prawn suit. Kyanite. I have no idea where. I know it's very deep, but I'm not quite sure where in the deepness, the deep dark. Okay, let's see. What can we make? I don't think we have anything that requires nickel for structures here. If that's the case. Okay, let's let's go in and try and improve the base that's down there, I guess. So let's see here. Oh, no. No, even better. Okay. This is going to require many trips. It's not going to be very efficient, but it's probably going to keep us from having our equipment destroyed. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to get enough supplies loaded on me to where I can at least get a foundation. What we'll do is we'll have to make several trips to the Cyclops. We'll load everything up in the Cyclops, and then we'll make trips down in the prawn suit and build a kind of like a halfway base. It's not going to be a full-on base, it's going to be kind of like a halfway point. So that we can have a jumping off point to further down. And also be able to sit down there and mine supplies and just load it up in kind of like a... We can almost make it kind of like a storage house, where if we need supplies, we can go straight there. Yeah, that'll work. Because for the most part, we've been able to avoid the Leviathan in the prawn suit so far. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, for the purpose of this, I'm probably going to just make a multi-purpose room and a foundation and a hatch for now. And then we'll, as we need room, we'll add to it. Let's do that. Yeah, let's go with it. So we're going to have to grab 2, 3. There's 3, right? Check this thing out. Okay, 2 titanium, so 2 titanium, 3 titanium, 9 titanium. 9 titanium, quartz, and lead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 titanium, quartz, 2 lead. That should give us at least a... It's going to give us at least a... We're going to need a power source, so we may have to... Yeah, we're going to have to make another multi-purpose room. So 2 multi-purpose rooms, 1 with a power source in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then... Okay, 3 wiring kit, lubricant. 1, 3 wiring kit, and lubricant. Okay, and then 1 thing of lubricant, which is, do I have enough room in my inventory? I do not. Might be able to fit all this into just the prawn suit. Might be able to fit this all into the prawn suit itself, rather than putting it into the Cyclops. Titanium in there. There we go. park it. I want to keep the power at maximum as long as possible, so I don't drain it from the Cyclops. We gotta get lubricant. I think the closest thing to a girlfriend I've ever had was a special relationship back in high school. Finished setting my bank info to the electronics. It's good. Should get notifications on my credit card. Nice. Yeah, I had this girl back in the day. Granted, that was back in high school. We were all stupid back in high school. It's just kind of how it is.
All systems online.
Okay, let's check how much power we have right now. 77. Yeah, we might have enough to be able to get there. Yeah, let's go.
Engine powering up.
Okay. Gonna travel forward a little bit. We're gonna go around this thing. I'm gonna use this as kind of like a safe turning location. Yeah, that'll work. Deep cave. Cameras kind of help too. They definitely tell me where a base is located, the entrance and all that.
A hit slow.
Let's try going slow. I really don't want to use the silent running because it just drains so much power. Wish I could. Either that or I make another efficiency module on this thing and maybe that will increase the maybe it'll increase the efficiency of it. That's something we're definitely gonna have to work on. We're gonna have to figure out how to get this Cyclops to be as efficient as possible, so we don't run out of gas. Especially when we're going really, really deep. The hope is that to counteract that, we'll have enough bases set up with charging stations to be able to charge up our power cores. I'm gonna try. Warning, emergency power only. Screw you. Yeah. I'm gonna try traveling above it first. See if I can go straight down into it. See me experimenting, trying to come up with safe ways to get down into this thing. Can't see very well. Almost want to get sonar for this thing. Hi there. Section. Go down. Now that I'm right on top of it, let's see if we can get down into this thing quickly. Oh shit. That does not help. Yeah, straight down isn't gonna work. Come on. Go down, damn it. Go. Down, down, down. Go. Shit. Incoming. Impact incoming. To see where the hell I am. Damn it! I can't see where my base is. Can't see where the base is. Okay, I see a camera there. Okay, go up. Stop it. Jerk. I see a whole bunch of stuff around here somewhere. Deep Cave 2. I may have to just get out and look around. This camera 7. Yeah, I may have to just get out. Yeah, fuck it. I need better eyes. Okay, get out, look around.
Passing 100 meters.
Okay,
Oxygen
deep down.
efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Yeah, unfortunately the smaller sub can't carry anything. Okay, go down. Go down. That's the problem. I need to get the prawn suit down here. And it's the only way I can get the prawn suit down here. You know, without, you know, getting it stuck down here. Come on. Okay, this camera 7. I gotta figure out how to turn it around. 7. Yeah. Sacrifice storage for defense to a certain degree. No missiles or shower power. Yeah, well that's not. Yeah, it will get me down here, but that's not the point. I'm trying to get the prawn suit back down here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the prawn suit down so that I can do some more mining after I build the base. So I need to do this regardless anyway. That's the problem. So it's either do this now or do this later. Haven't found the grappling hook? Not yet. No grappling hook yet. Finally, Jesus. Go going straight down works, but, you know, trying to find the exact point. That's the problem about this sonar right here. It only shows me creatures. It doesn't show me beacons. There's no surefire way to be able to find out if if you're right on top of a base or right on top of a beacon. It's like no good way. In fact, I'm gonna turn the engine off.
Powering down.
Okay, I'm gonna also look, see. Oh, yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Yeesh. At least the Leviathan didn't attack us this time. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't show oceanography either. Yeah, it doesn't show if you're near anything. Okay. Well, at least we got here. Hi, jerk. You're gonna teleport me out, aren't you? Yep. The asshole you are. Okay, where's front suit?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, come on, asshole! Go away. Warper, go away. Nobody likes you. You're ugly, nobody likes you. Yeah, what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to make a beacon straight up. They have really nothing better to do than grief. Yes, I agree. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make a beacon that's right directly above, so that I can line the nose right with the Cyclops, and then just go straight down. Because as you could, you know, if you look straight up, there's nothing above this area. Absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna have to make kind of like a line-up point. We have to make a line-up point and just have my Cyclops come here and then just dive, go straight down. That should solve a lot of our problems of getting here. What I'll do is, where it's parked right now, if I can get myself some copper and titanium and make myself a beacon. And then just from where it's currently set up, just go straight up from where the nose of the Cyclops is and plant a beacon there. That should give me a good rough estimate of where to go straight down from. That foggy mist under the water. Yeah, this is all it's this phenomenon that usually happens in nature. This is this is saltier water than what's above. And it's like extra salty-ish water. So we're gonna find a place that's semi-open.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, mother dear.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. Yeah, I need to find a good spot to kind of plant a base. Preferably one that's not going to immediately be attacked by Ghost Leviathan. Yeah, right here should do. You are lead. Ooh. Okay. There's lead and titanium nearby. Should allow me to be able to grab the things I need. Grab the titanium from the back. Excuse me, thank you. Back of storage here. Get this party started. Okay. I don't like that I can't just put this straight on the floor. But I haven't seen any life yet down there. Yeah, there's a little bit of life down here, but not much. Okay, this is gonna be a storage area. So, doesn't have to be very big. Okay. Make ourselves a hatch. We are eventually going to have to make a parking spot for a prawn suit somewhere on this thing. These need to be connected together. There we go. Hey jerk, how's it going? We gotta get back in the prawn suit.
30 seconds.
Away. Terrain? They can't clip into the terrain, yeah. Yes, be dead. Go away. There's plenty of supplies over here. So I might be able to make... Gotta make a... bioreactor in here.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production.
Revenge of the Jerks on
offline.
the Aurora. Yes. Quite. Wait. What? Excuse me. Loser say what? Okay. Okay, I need one. Wow. Need one more titanium, huh? Well, we're gonna have to go and mine some titanium, I guess. We got the prawn suit. Just need to find one. Go find ourselves a titanium vein. The huge advantage of this area is just to be able to make a base down here. We got the supplies all around us, like right there, titanium. And we got copper. We don't have the acid mushrooms, but we have the deep acid mushrooms. I don't think they count. So we'd have to figure out how to grow the acid mushrooms down here, just so that we can make ourselves. We're gonna have to have the ingredients to make rubber and also batteries, so that we can make an emergency power cell if we need it. Hi. You don't want to be near me. I feel further you go, the more lack of certain things, and vice versa. Yeah. So far, as we've been going deeper down, we've been running into more and more of the veins of stuff, and not the single chunks. So the prawn suit becomes more and more important as we go deeper and deeper. Let's exit out. Okay, power located here. Really? Oh, that's right. It's in the prawn suit right now. Storage, please. Grab all that. This will also give us the ability to make a bunch of storage. There we go. Yeah, I think the farm is vital down here just due to the fact that they're crap for fish unless your guy learns to eat the giant crabs, right? Yeah, farm is definitely going to be a requirement. In fact, I've got the where is it? There. I got grow beds. I'm gonna have to have a ton of grow beds around this thing. Okay, I'm out. Only had enough for 2 on this run.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Aye, thank you. Let's just look around and let's see here. I'm gonna grab some. I've got a little bit of titanium. I'm gonna grab some copper. I know there's a copper vein around here somewhere. Crystalline sulfur. I know there's something I could turn that into. I'm not exactly sure what. Nickel ore, titanium, yeah. We're gonna have to head out. Yeah, we're gonna have to head out. Get ourselves the ingredients we're gonna need to be able to make a grab a couple of these along the way. I wonder if the hull integrity is lower the deeper you go, as in you gotta reinforce more. Maybe. That might be the case. You know, I would believe that 100%. Which we're gonna have to do anyway. For sure. Mostly because I'm quite sure the lower we get, the more hostile the creatures become. We're probably not going to run into many friendly creatures like the surface. And it's kind of weird to say when you can consider oh yeah, copper, because we need to make a beacon so we can easily get back here again. I know from swimming 12 feet underwater, I feel pressure in my nose and sinuses. But you're about 2100, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, we're definitely deep. Yeah, technically the character isn't like free diving. He's got like a, what you would call it? He's got actual full on helmet and pressure suit. So technically he's not just, you know, snorkeling. So he's got a little bit of protection, and it is a sci-fi universe, so I'm guessing there's a degree of, you know, technology that allows him to survive deeper waters for a short period of time. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I need the copper to make a beacon. I got a little bit of titanium on me, so... But due to the fact that, hi, jerk. Due to the fact that, it's becoming more and more difficult to get deeper and deeper, we're gonna probably have to make our bases a little bit further, closer and closer together as we go. Just for the sake of safety. And also, it will kind of give us, like, breadcrumbs to find our way back to the surface. Oh, that's why. Sometimes it follows, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, now we needed to get past this warper. He's gonna pull us out of our prawn suit again. He always seems to pull me out when I'm in the midst of a jetting. Heavy 33 feet. You go down, pressure increase by 14.5 psi. Yeah, so it's probably extremely crushing down here. Because right now we're a little under 500 meters down. Maybe I can't turn off the lights on this thing. I'm getting caught on mushrooms. First those automatically broke when I ran into them. That would be useful. Yep, 83%. I don't want to go too low when it comes to energy, or I'm going to drain the battery from the Cyclops. That's 2152 feet. Yeah. I'm bummed that this thing doesn't go any deeper into that thing. Really wish that would show me a little bit more, but oh well. Do I have enough? Make a ladder? I do, but then I'd have to use the titanium I currently have on me. The 2. And I kind of need it for beacons. Oils. Oh yeah, that's right. Copper's in here. 3,100 PSI? Wow, that would hurt. That hurt. That would definitely hurt. You'd have a hard time if you didn't have a suit that could counteract that a little bit. You wouldn't be able to breathe. In fact, I'd probably crush your rib cage. Okay. Beacon. We're gonna place a beacon by the storage place too.
Calorie intake recommended.
Oh my god. Fine game. Let's plant 2 of these right away. Indoor grow bed. Okay, and then we'll eat a couple of these.
Vital signs stabilizing.
These things are not the best things to eat, but better than nothing right now. We're gonna have to find a better source of food for this base, rather than this emergency food. How are we doing? Okay. There we go. I think the strongest bone in your body If I recall, at the age of 14, I learned thigh bone can withstand 600 pounds before breaking. So you can break your bones falling. Right. Yeah, that's in there. Put this into this one too. I just want to make sure that our base is not gonna run out of power anytime soon. I wish I had one of those power cell charging stations. I've seen those before, and I'd really like one right now. I haven't found the schematics for it, the blueprints. It might be at that wreck that I saw nearby. Okay. Drop off what we have. There we go. Okay. We gotta head back in, drop a beacon. So we know exactly where our base is. The base we just built. I'll call it deep storage. Because that's essentially what it is deep storage. Deep storage 1. Because I'm quite sure I'm going to be building more than one of these. $950 PSI? Damn.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't like how every single time they warp me, it causes damage. Jesus, look at that. Gold everywhere. Accidentally multiplied instead of divided? Yeah. So 900, man, 9. So essentially, at this distance down, it's almost like there's a car sitting on top of my chest. That's if, you know, he didn't have a suit or any protective gear. Like 3 really fat guys as you try to move around. Oof. That's rough right there. Probably a small car. 950 pounds? Oh, 950 PSI? Maybe? I don't know. Pounds per square inch. Yeah, 150 pounds square inch. Pounds per square inch, yeah. Yeah, that would pretty much be a very small car sitting on top of your chest. Oh, that would be horrible. That'd be very uncomfortable. Probably kill you. But every inch of your body, yeah, every inch of your body, but primarily your rib cage, which is where all of your soft organs are. So a rib cage can only stand so much before it just crushes. But yeah, definitely being down this far would definitely kill you if you were unprotected. Okay, so beacon. We are dropping the beacon. So we're gonna drop this right somewhere where I know I'm not gonna build. Okay. Deep storage. Storage. 01. We got deep storage. There's where our base is. Up there somewhere. But guaranteed, after we make all these bases, we're gonna know every single inch of this map, from void to void. So the max depth of 900 is 1300. Gotta be really tanky built for anything to live down there. Yeah, for anything to live down there at that, yeah, they're probably tanky as hell. I didn't get that. Oh well. Now we're not gonna have to worry about rubies for a while. My god, so many rubies. Where are you? Oh, you're nickel ore. I've got plenty of nickel ore now, and all the nickel ore located everywhere. I don't like your sound. The sound you make is not good. Oh wow, it's a diamond. Guess there's diamonds down here too. Oh, come on. Game, please. I made that. I like figuring out the type of stuff when I'm in the mood. I like to stay a bit nerdy too, but I don't always get that curious about it unless it's interesting or curious. Yeah. Totally agree. I used to be a big, huge dinosaur nerd. I used to be into dinosaurs. I pretty much knew almost everything you needed to know about dinosaurs. I still think dinosaurs are neat, but not to the degree I used to be into them. Then I went from dinosaurs to space. Things like black holes and nebulas, and I think that's probably what got me into, Star Trek, Star Wars. What this game reminds me of is an old TV show called, God, what was it called? It had like a 1-season run about a giant deep sea giant submarine. Sequest. That's what. Sequest. Remember Sequest? I remember Sequest. It had an intro song that would get stuck in your head. Guaranteed. My brother's in love with dinos. He lost his shit for Ark. Yeah. I love science, space. When I was in high school, we'd go to NASA. Found like a website through them that showed everything in mass orbit around our planet. Solar system, everything that's documented. Yeah. Yeah, there's a map. There's an online map that shows you every single thing that's in orbit, all the satellites, the space station, and every debris left over from other launches. It's kind of crazy how much. If you just look at just the satellites, it's crazy, but it looks like a rat nest. But when you add on top of that the space station and every single recorded debris that NASA knows about, it turns into this just holy crap. They believe that the center of your galaxy is a massive black hole, which is preserving the galaxy from expanding more than... Yeah, I heard about the black hole theory. The truth is that nobody, for the most part, nobody really knows what's in the center of the galaxy. For all we know, it could be one giant massive sun. I like the sound of space. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight up in the Cyclops. We're gonna go straight up and drop a beacon there. That way we can immediately get here.
Powering up.
Yeah. It drains some power from our boards. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna back up a little bit so that we don't hit anything when we're going down. We're gonna go straight up. But I do like the idea of space travel. I just like the idea of space travel. It just seems, it just seems like a logical next step. And I'm all for scientists coming up with inventive ways to make that happen. Because, I mean, if they could make it to where space travel was safe, as in safe as going onto an airliner nowadays, I would totally be on board. I'd be like, hey, let's go visit the moon. Go visit the moon, or let's go to this orbiting space station around Jupiter and just hang out there for a weekend. That'd be awesome. Granted, that kind of a life is way far in the future. Yeah. That's definitely something I would be on board with. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna drop a beacon right here and call it deep ocean target 01. That should allow me to line up and go straight down. So I just go out to the beacon, line my nose up to that thing, and then just go straight down. Okay, let's SEMA, Cyclops, Neptune, red base, basement, cave 1, deep storage, base, deep ocean target. I'm gonna make this one. Let's make it that color. There's nothing that's that color right now. And ship. Okay. Call that good. Well, if you believe any conspiracies, the concept time machine, say the so-called Project Philadelphia, of a ship that could teleport from one point in time to another, but it was scrapped due to the crew ending up getting merged in the walls and stuff. But of being I don't want to know stuff, flip-flop on those. Yeah. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, back up. Okay, that shows up very nicely. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't mind. I would love to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, let's go. But I also do know that, I mean, it would be, to be the very first people to do that is going to be dangerous as hell. Only the people who are willing to, potentially die in the vacuum of space, which is not a pleasant experience, would want to do that. Or the idea of colonizing Mars. You've heard this. There's a whole bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of people who are lining up, volunteering to essentially have a one-way trip to Mars. I wouldn't be on that list. I'd be like, I'll wait until it's safe. first. I do feel that the tech into as released to the public has been out for years, up and a decade ago.
Seek fluid intake.
I got the means to incorporate it or use it like the Dark Matter has been for a while. I checked it on and that was down to 6 people. So have an intent to reproduce. Yeah, right? Yeah. So I feel it's just a one-way trip. We're meant to die, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, if you're just looking for an adventure, one last adventure, that's definitely one hell of a one last adventure. Just going straight to Mars. Off you go. But I've heard that the very first trip would take forever. It's like several months in a metal tube in the vacuum of space. I don't mind being in a small enclosed area, but man, that would get old very fast. They all seemed enthusiastic, but the requirements are non-suicidal and everything. Yeah, I'd wait until they come up with a solution that is a guaranteed round trip. Able to pass the astronaut prep to withstand that crap. Yeah, they would have to be very careful about who they choose to go to that, because the last thing you want in a small metal tube in space is one person who freaks out. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. There's a reason why there's so few people who become astronauts, because they screen them tremendously. What they need to do is seal domes for living climate, or invent a gravity device to hold atmosphere. Yeah, that would be awesome. Wow, today the game has just been nothing but dark. Amazing. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to check out our power cells and see which ones need to be recharged.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I'm on that, lady. There you go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay, let's see here. I think I have got, 2 batteries that have pre-charged, but we've probably got more than that that need to be charged. Okay, 51, 41. Okay, we're gonna switch you out. SQ1. Let's see which ones are at 0. 100%. 0. Switch you out. 94. Okay, we're a lot better now. I know we haven't explored our oceans all that much either because of the pressure. I feel we can combine the research on both. To be honest, pressure is different than suction of space, but you can still apply one to the other. Yes. Currently right now, I feel like if we were to figure out a way to be able to go reliably, to deeper parts of the ocean, figure out a way to construct buildings down there. Not like Rapture. We don't want to end up like a real life Rapture. That would be horrible. But that's a BioShock reference. But I think it would be. It's a lot of real estate that could ease the overcrowding in a lot of cities. So you build underground cities, where people can go there, have another option other than, you know, stacking on top of each other in like New York City or San Francisco? Because, I mean, how much of the Earth's surface is ocean? It's a lot of space to expand. Okay, so I was coming here to get myself food. The reef back moved my platform. Jerk.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Underwater farms? Nice. Yeah, but, you know, farmland is also a big problem. So if they could figure out how to be able to make underwater farms work, that would work too. On an 2018 video of what's happening this year, and supposedly we are drilling into the mantle this year. Last I checked, we didn't even hit third crust, deepest mine in Russia. Yeah, the problem with getting deeper into the crust is that the temperature rises, and right now the only reason we haven't gotten through is because our drill bits keep melting. I mean, even diamond-tipped drill bits melt when they get too close, you know, they go too deep. So yeah, I think they probably are thinking of doing that. Ocean, the land. So if we did do a colony underwater, it definitely got to be a lot smarter about the population. Yes. It was like 30 seconds per bit, and bits were like 35K. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's our biggest problem. That's why, I mean, I get there's a whole bunch of there's an entire scientific community who wants to know what's in the center of the planet. I mean, there's been books and movies, Journey to the Center of the Earth, trying to figure out what is down there, but I prefer to find out what's at the bottom of the oceans first. Then from there you can go and check out the core of the planet, but let's figure out our own oceans first. They say it's gonna happen. Maybe. We'll find out. I ain't holding my breath though. But I'm skeptical of it because if what I heard, I told my buddy he is smart thing to do. Yeah, right? It's like, is it really the smart thing to do to go and try and... Yeah, I agree. It's just like, is it really that a smart idea? You know, poke a hole? I mean, seriously, if you poke a hole in the crust, you're essentially making a volcano. I mean, anybody near that hole is going to immediately get hit by magma. And anything above it is going to have a huge eruption, and you're just making a giant volcano.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like, why in the world would you want to do that? It would be smarter to create. It would be smarter to create a probe that could withstand the temperatures of a volcano and just drop it down a volcano and have it go down there. A little prick into it isn't the wisest. Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, jerk. Okay. Access upgrades, air prawn. Okay, 21%, which is fine because we're going to be plugging it into our base and charging it. This is how I've been charging the power sources. I just switched them out. I just switched them out of the prawn suit and let my base charge it. I think they're hoping that the little shaft will be small enough to not affect anything, but I think we're hoping that gravity or pressure of the core will keep it from bursting out. Yeah, it's when it comes to stuff like that, it's probably not going to cause a lot of damage, you know, to the Earth as a whole. That's not the problem. The problem is the people who are going to be around that hole when it happens. It's just going to burst out and cause a volcano, and everybody who is around that spot is going to get hit by a Armageddon, essentially. Not exactly the smartest thing. Not as smart as them, but every view of the subject shreds new light. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh well. I guess some people just have to learn things the hard way. That's kind of just how it works. You know what's, you know, if it's kind of horrible to say, but probably what's going to happen is they're gonna bust through, and it's gonna pretty much cause a accident to happen. Only at the risk of the whole planet, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's what's probably gonna happen is, this is my idea of what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a small hole they're creating, like they said, gonna go through the crust. It's going to immediately erupt through that thing. There's going to be a couple of people harmed, probably a couple people killed. And because it's a hole small enough, it will immediately solidify. And then that will be it. And then people will be like, okay, maybe we should have done that. I mean, at least they're doing it in Russia. Maybe they want their country to be tropical. No, what's probably going to happen is just it's gonna erupt, and then it'll solidify, and then a whole bunch of people are gonna get hurt, and then they're gonna realize that they shouldn't have done it in the first place. That's what's gonna happen. That's what I feel is gonna happen. I'm sure there'll be some type of toxic fumes before it shoots up and solidifies. Yeah. There's gonna be some toxic fumes, and they're gonna immediately regret what they did, and pretty much there's gonna be a group of people like myself who are gonna be like, we told you, we knew this was gonna happen, but you didn't believe us. Curiosity, you know, something about curiosity in cats. But hey, they could drill into Yellowstone if they want a volcano. Yeah, that would go over well. Yeah, super volcano erupt. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was getting food and means of creating, right? Oh, grab 2. Let's grab 2 of these. Now let's grab 4. We just need to wait for the prawn suit to finish charging. Those documenting on if it blows. That crap is crazy. Yes. Oh my god, yeah. Fully charged. Nice. Yeah, that's some very doomsday stuff right there. Definitely be a long dark situation, right? That kind of research is something I am totally behind. I want there to be a ton of scientists who are keeping a close eye on that place, just watching Yellowstone like a hawk. I want them to be fully on board on trying to keep an eye on that place, because I'm located in Idaho, so I'm right next door. I want them to keep a close eye on that place. Know how it ticks. The last thing I want is that thing going off in my backyard. Because I'm quite sure there's like North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Nevada, Colorado. They're all pretty much right next to that thing. An article on possible of zombie stuff. Because they say combined rabies with the contagiousness of the flu. Both strains or viruses are two different entities. Yeah. If you've I think it's called Last of Us. The Last of Us video game. It being a fungus, which is a real fungus too, but it only affects insects. Yeah, if there was the guy who made the story, the writer of The Last of Us, he basically said that if we've had plenty of diseases that have jumped from animals to humans, and if that ever jumped to humans, yeah. Oh, come on. Really? Just trying to get around this thing. Come on. Go, go, go. Yeah, if that fungus jumps. Oh man. Yeah, that'd be scary. But here's the funny thing about humans. One of our biggest advantages is our ability to adapt. I mean, pretty much everything on the face of the planet has learned to adapt to a lot of BS. That's why the planet has gone through extreme hot to extreme cold, and still had enough survives to learn from the experience and adapt and survive in it. We'd have to evolve to manipulate the body of a human. I think it's more complex than an ant. We don't breathe through an exoskeleton holes in our thorax. Yeah. Gotta learn the hard way, exactly. I'm quite sure if it did jump, it would probably manipulate enough until our bodies adapt to it. That's why it hasn't jumped to mammals. Because, we adapt too quickly. It would have to do a huge jump. It would have to make a huge jump in evolution for it to catch up to us. I just hope that nobody decides to give it a helping hand. But I still find those things kind of fascinating. It's weird, I know. Yeah, the flu virus is one thing that I think is universal among mammals, and it just doesn't seem to, it seems to, pretty much how it goes, it's like every single time a flu, infects someone, not only does it multiply, but it also will make a alternative strain that gets sent to someone else. So even if you cure the initial, you still have to deal with the other version of it. Going up back and forth. Yeah. And that's what makes it difficult, is that you can't predict what new strain is going to be created when it reproduces enough. Just every single time it infects it, it creates a mutation. And the mutation is hard to predict. If they could figure out how to predict what the mutation is going to be, they would be able to take care of the flu itself and whatever, you know, mutation it creates. These shows no matter how hard you try, life survives. Yeah. Oh yeah. Every day, Mother Nature's trying to kill us. Every day, Mother Nature's trying to kill us. And we, you know, on many occasions, refuse to give up. Yeah, I hit my station. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some repairing. It worked. We definitely got down here very quickly. But we hit the station, so I'm gonna have to repair that. Get my repair tool out.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Okay, we're fine. Apparently we hit that top, which we haven't even built into yet. That's fine. Damn it. They say that smallpox or measles is exterminated, but it still exists. They killed off. I know some species haven't adapted enough to climate change, but I heard that they're gonna try and clone them and reproduce to environment. Yeah. It's kind of weird how they like to mess with like they've got like containers of smallpox hidden off in locations. Like, why? Why would you do this? Okay, grab two. But, you know, they somehow think it's a smart idea. As long as they do that, you know, do that in places where it's not gonna hurt anybody else, that'd be great. Shit. I need something that... low on water, I just noticed. Yeah. Yeah, global warming. Eh. Like New York is below sea level. There's a bowl-shaped natural. Yeah. Yeah, New Orleans has been hit by a whole bunch of weather lately. Atlanta roads, yeah. Which is unfortunate for New Orleans. They've been fighting that natural erosion for quite a while now, haven't they? Oh boy. swim to the surface. No. We're gonna be down there for college, and those people are so upset that the injured corps only insured them for Cat 5. Yeah, well, I think the problem with that area is that it's not that they couldn't build better ones, but it really boils down to how much money is the city willing to give them to make a better levee system. They lost losing their buffer islands? Yeah. Yeah, it boils down to how much money do they have. How much money do they have available to be able to, you know, build these things? That's a problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to eat a whole bunch of lantern fruit and hopefully get my hydration up. Operating with heavy equipment. Just start eating a whole bunch of these, try and get my hydration up as much as I can. There we go. Getting there. There we go. That's way better. And we'll just grab 2 for the base. The mall was built on the swamp marshland. Was flooded by Swamp R. Yeah. Well, it's like... I think that a lot of the buildings are kind of like... A lot of the older places. Especially, I think that a lot of the older places were pretty much, they didn't know where they were going, or they didn't understand the importance of location, you know? Leaning Tower, a good example. Yeah, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. An absolute mess up. But it's a tourist attraction. Yeah. Oh, come on. Twice? You are a jerk. You wouldn't mind going away. That'd be great. I can't wait to get to nuclear power. This place is going to be one giant gold mine for uranium. Yeah, when it comes to the weather, I just know that it's so unpredictable. Unfortunately, there's no good way to predict what weather will do. I mean, we were supposed to get a huge winter storm this year, like last year. We didn't get it. Didn't even happen. And the weather people were so adamant that was going to happen, never did. I was like, okay, now what? We have all these farmers who had prepared for this giant storm and it never happened. Every spot, harnessing gravity and getting building a skyscraper from it? Yeah. That particular, the sky crane or the sky tower or the sky elevator, however you want to call it, pretty much the thing that's holding it back is the cable. They can't figure out a material strong enough to build that cable out of. And the toughest material that they can think of, carbon nanotubes,
Warning,
it's
emergency
just not power enough.
only.
Just
Oxygen
not powerful
production
enough.
offline.
Turn those. There we go. First, there would be no way to all in space, but you come up with it towards the planet. The way it should be insane. Yes. Yeah. The problem I see with that is two parts. One is material that the core of this thing is made of, and two, how to keep it on the planet. You know, how to get it to where it anchors into the planet without being ripped out. They're making 3D printers to produce bigger planes for cheaper, strong, lightweight stuff. Yeah. But the bigger you get, the stronger the material has to be, and the stronger the material is, the more expensive it becomes. Yeah. You know, they can make small batches of carbon nanotubes, but to be able to make it for a cable that large, that thick, it's going to be expensive, and it's going to take a long time. If it adds to the unbalancing of the object, yeah, exactly. There's a lot to consider. And get the initial power here. So I'm gonna go and find a couple of fish just to get the station to have enough power to turn on the life support system. Bunch of things. The longer you sit on it, you can see the issues. Not less cool idea, but far-fetched. Yeah, it still makes it a cool idea. It's just, as soon as you start seeing the numbers, definitely feat for sure. Yeah. Let's just say if we ever did make one, it would only be one. It would only be one. It wouldn't be multiples. We'd only make one of those towers, and that would be it. Because the cost would be astronomical. It would be just tremendously huge. I'm hoping to find a couple of fish here without having to go completely out. I wonder if deep mushrooms would work. I mean, it does work off of anything organic, right? Try it. Grab a couple of deep mushrooms. Maybe these will work. Let's see. That thing's float. Yeah, anti-gravity is... Yeah, anti-gravity is kind of one of those things where, I mean, even if it was a thing, let's just say for the sake of argument, anti-gravity was a thing. The amount of power that would be required would be tremendous. I mean, I guarantee you that we probably wouldn't have enough power even if we combined all the power stations on the face of the planet to power this device. It probably wouldn't make a dent. Equipment and maintenance too? Yeah. Oh my god, the equipment required. And the maintenance. All the support systems that would have to be in place to have something like that to work. Yeah, no. Like for instance, they were able to transport one atom from one location to another. They actually have a transporter. But the machine is so massive and it requires so much power that they can only have enough power to transport one atom from one location to another. Yeah, it's not happening anytime soon. Block of a power cell that ran off the enzymes and salts in the sea that could power the block of New York City for a month. Issue is the fact that you can't shift into high-tech area due to population and job. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of sweet. Okay. How many jobs be lost if we got rid of all the oil and electric companies? Yes. Yeah, there's a tremendous number of people who are dependent on those jobs. And I wouldn't have the heart to close all those things down. Yeah, it was essentially the water engine was, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was one of two things. It was either a very compact steam engine, or it was a device that separated out oxygen and hydrogen and burned both of them and combined them back together into water. But, you know, with any technology, it's probably very expensive to create. And I wouldn't be surprised if the oil companies are doing a little bit of finding technologies that may compete with their monopoly. But they can't keep it down forever. Gotta incorporate it slowly is the only way, yeah. Yeah, when it comes to those kind of things, it's like kind of like I would love to believe it. You explained that a 9-volt could power a jet plane. I don't know. Maybe it could. If it could create enough power. Okay, so I'm gonna make some storage lockers. Let's just say when it comes to energy sources, we're quite a ways off from a lot of things that would make it a lot easier. We are a long ways away. Got a jet engine laying around or a copper tubing with time to experiment. Yeah, right. There's a lot of scientists who claim a lot, I've noticed. But that's their job. Their job is to claim a lot of things. And if their theories are interesting enough, then they get funding. Yeah, because there's a difference in between a scientist that is just looking to learn things, and then there's scientists who claim a lot of stuff for the sake of getting money. Grants, funding, all that stuff.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Do anything for grant money, keep going on wild theories. Exactly. Exactly. That's why whenever I hear theories and all that, I kind of, I don't know, huge grain of salt. I'm gonna build reinforcements first on the station. I gotta find some lithium somewhere nearby. Scientists are strained. And I remember everyone laughing in the bus because of anything. Oh God. Yeah, the kind of the stuff that these scientists spend their time researching is just like, really? And before there's gonna be a scientist who are gonna get like $1 million to find out if fire is indeed hot. Yeah, give me $1 million and I will do research to find out if fire is indeed hot. You are probably titanium, yes? Okay. I'm gonna develop a device to translate the meow from cats. Why? Why would you need this? Yeah, he's trying to get to me. Yeah, there's a lot of scientists. I just feel are kind of a bit of nut jobs who just come up with reasons to get money. Weird. Smoking is bad, right? Doing all these research to find out if inhaling smoke is indeed hazardous to your health. Like, well, people die in fires due to smoke inhalation, so yeah, I think it's bad. I don't know about you. I guess some people don't take it seriously until a scientist had done research on it, I guess. So we're getting low on hydration right now. Yeah, I agree. I'd rather the money go to helping the people get off of smoking rather than doing research on if it's hazardous to your health or not. Where's my lithium? There's supposed to be lithium here. Got plenty of titanium.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's go back to the base up here. Yeah, fun. The craving part. Trying to come up with a way to basically block that craving would probably go a long way towards getting people to quit. Just get rid of the craving part. Your body can only absorb nicotine when you wake up. Yeah. Well, there we go. Messed her up real bad, yeah. Yeah, the nicotine patches are kind of like It's a band-aid on a gushing wound. In fact, that's why I kind of believe that the nicotine patch is kind of like what do you call those things? It's that the idea of that your mind placebo. Yeah, I think the patch is more of like a placebo than an actual, more than anything else. Gives you the confidence to actually quit. Okay, storage is empty. Go up here, find ourselves some lithium. Also get our hydration back up. Okay, we don't have any, okay. I think the vapes are the same, though it's encouraging to smoke. Now do the flavors, yeah. Right?
Vital signs stabilizing.
Consume. I have to eat so many of these things. Like, I don't know how to feel when you're going by a couple of bikers who smell like cherry vanilla. Yeah. What's really weird is when you go by a couple of bikers who look like, you know, they're all hardened. And then they break into smiles and say, "Hey, how's it going?" I want to consider for safety, but be smelling like a chick, right? I've had a couple of people in my life who were exactly like that. They look like they're like a hardened, no nonsense kind of an individual. But as soon as you go up to them and start a conversation, they're all smiles. And it's just like, at first, the first time you experience it, it's just the immediate, like, cause your head to kind of go, what? You're gonna pull me out, aren't you? Kind of like pumping the brakes right now. Gotta go find lithium somewhere. Somewhere down here. Just haven't been lucky enough to come across it. It's probably a trek on this side. Yeah, something sounded like it snickered at me. It's like, he ran away. Okay, we gotta try going down this way. There's that jerk. Off me, bastard. Okay, that's silver. That was a ghost Leviathan coming at me, kind of like, I'm gonna get you. It was bigger than the exoskeleton things, yeah. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, pretty much how this Ghost Leviathan works is that it likes to ram you directly. Yeah, we're gonna just grab the loose stuff as we go. Apparently we're not having much luck trying to find the the veins. Eric, come on. Give me. Give me. Thank you. What I've been told is the deeper we go, the smaller those things get. So this is not as big as it gets, apparently. Looks like just fluid based in a skeleton, right? Yeah. Ooh, where are you? Oh, you're nothing. Yeah, they seem to be just, which is understandable. I mean, if you're in a area which is just nothing but darkness, I mean, being transparent just kind of makes sense. Magnetite. Just like sulfur. He likes to make a lot of noise, doesn't he? Okay, you are silver ore. Got tons of silver though. Heard red is darker than black when there's no light. Oh, that's interesting. That should make sense, I mean. A lot of sulfur here. Still looking for more lithium so we can reinforce our... So we can reinforce our base a little bit. Because I do plan on making a couple of windows. And if I can reinforce the base a little bit, I should be able to do some windows. Because there's quartz everywhere. I think I get that from watching a few videos underwater stuff, like the reflections or something. Stuck at forgetting the reason why. Yeah. Quite sure there is a reason. You are loud, sir. You are a loud individual. A little cave location. Haven't seen any on the walls, so... He looks stuck. Let's hope he stays stuck. Magnetite down here. Pick you up, please. Thank you. Okay, where's the magnetite? Might be on... Lithium might be on the walls somewhere. Speaking of, there's one right there. We're just gonna go until we run out of space. That should give us enough lithium, hopefully, to reinforce our base a little bit. Because we do have a couple of things of titanium, and we can always get more titanium around here. It's not like we're gonna run out of titanium anytime soon. There we go. We are gonna have to get out of here though, soon. So we don't run out of power, because this is our only means of getting out of here. At least until we get a charging station. If we can get a charging station down here, which we still have to scan one. We have to find one and scan it. The base down there isn't powered. It actually is. It's powered now. We've got ourselves a bioreactor. One bioreactor in this thing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So we got deep mushrooms kind of powering this thing. And now that we have those things growing. Drop 2, and then drop 1 in here. There we go. Get this thing to grow more of them. Wait, another fruit? Enter tree. Just drop another. There we go. I have to do a farm to fuel it, yeah. Currently right now, we've got this started. Waiting for more to arrive. So we can get these 8 trees going. We can get 8 trees going. That should be enough to keep it fueled.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yep, same thoughts. Yep, exactly. Drop all this off. I'm gonna leave the magnetite in the prawn suit. We're going to just reinforce the hell out of this thing. Because it's the first level. So, you can do that. So that if we wanted to make a second floor, we could. Oh, need titanium. Yeah, I'm quite sure he's gonna attack this building one day. If he even makes it over here. Apparently he likes to hang out over there. Because we're right near where it goes deeper. So if we follow it down that way, we get into deeper locations. So flight ain't a big deal anyhow, yeah. I've never actually seen a creature actually completely destroy a base before. I've never seen them do enough damage. They don't seem to care about the bases, they care about you. So, if I were to run into a base, he'd probably attack the base while I was inside of it. But if I left the base, he'd care more about chasing me than actually finishing off my base. Silver. So much silver here. Silver and diamond and rubies. Again, I'm not gonna run out of silver anytime soon. But once we get this base kind of finalized, doesn't get destroyed as far as I know. Okay. It just requires you to have to sit there and just repair and repair and repair and repair while it's flooding. It'd be interesting to see them rip into the building like holes in escape pods trying to eat at you. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I could see a Reaper Leviathan doing that. Using its claws on its face to rip open. To rip open and try and grab at you. That'd be scary as hell. Cool. Cool. It'd be cool as hell, but also scary as hell. Okay, I think we got enough power to... Because we have to also think about the fact that we're gonna have to put this in the Cyclops, and we don't want it to completely drain the Cyclops battery. as hectic as a sub flashes, red lights, alarms. You panic as you take on water, fending off the creature. Right? That reminds me of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Captain Nemo fighting off this giant squid. Okay, we're full. Which I'm glad there isn't an actual squid in this game. Because that would freak me out. Okay, so we got corners. But it'd make it a horror survival game, exactly. It would definitely make the game more of a horror game than a survival game. Okay, so this is going to get us up above 50, which is great. But we're going to make another multi-purpose room, probably above here. We're going to also have to make a stair up there. Fires. Put it right here. There we go. Okay, second floor. And I'm going to make a bunch of storage lockers for all the materials we're going to find down here. For all the rubies, sapphires, and pearls and all that. Well, there's no sapphires or pearls. 59%. Kind of pushing it a little bit. The safe thing to do would just get the hell out now. Wish the inside world would change a bit as you built different, like not remove the ceiling and make it a high ceiling room. Maybe with a staircase. Yeah, that would be nice for them to add more module things to the game. More customization options. Heck, I would love to be able to change the color of the outside of my bases, so that each base has a different color scheme. That'd be awesome. There. I need quartz. The heck, I found quartz all over the place a moment ago. What the heck? Like the equipment, if you had a mode for 200, 300 for it, 900 for building. Make work quick, yeah. It's like if it's a deep, you know, the deeper, like if I had like one that was like 1,000 meters down, I'd make them red. No, probably not red. Probably yellow. Yellow would probably make a lot more sense. Looking for quartz. Quartz? Or are you diamonds? No, you're quartz. Okay. They make it look a bit bulky on the outside. I would like it to where when you do reinforce a base, it does look a little bit more bulky. Like it has superstructure on it. Make it look rugged looking, exactly. Make the base look all rugged. Very, you know, very more spherical, because spheres would work better for deep sea. Not make them look so square, they look very spherical in shape. All rounded. We're at 54. Again, I'm passionate about gaming, so I feel it was the art designer who I do it in my free time. If you're an art designer, you do it in free time. Coding? Yeah, I know nothing of coding. I used to be into 3D modeling, but I stopped.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's drop the lithium off here. Okay, I think I have enough for 2 windows, so... Oh, I have to... Yeah, I have to make the glass. Shit. It has to be actual glass, it can't be... Okay. Whatever.
Welcome aboard,
I'll just get out of here. Yeah, a lot of the game developers just run... There's a lot of things that I feel game developers want to add to their games, and they just run out of time. Or what they try to add just doesn't work, and they spend like hours upon hours upon hours just trying to get to work, and then last minute they just run out of time, and then they just remove it because it just doesn't work. Put into it sometimes with stack items looking the same and so on is a good example of the same creature in Final Fantasy being repeated but in a different color. Exactly. Just doing it, learned a lot from it. Understanding game devs, yeah. I've met quite a bit of game developers. And in fact, I went to school for game design, and it didn't exactly pan out for me, but I met a lot of developers. Mostly indie developers who are just trying to get their feet wet or trying to make a video game. Trying to make art, and incorporate input files, yeah. Just once you learn how a game is put together, you start to not care too much about certain glitches or certain problems in the game. But it also means that if you see something that could have easily been added and they didn't add it, you definitely start focusing on those things. You kind of go, why wasn't this added? This would be so easy to add. Yeah, the AAAs are pretty much how it works. Is like the indie games. The indie games are like research and development for new ideas. And if a new idea becomes such a big enough deal, then the AAAs pick it up and run with it, and they put the extreme polish on the game, on a game idea or a game genre. That's usually how it goes. Straight beneath it. There we go.
Systems online.
Check. Checking power. 85%. Okay. Checking power. Charging 50%.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I'm getting to that, lady. So I hope the whales, the people who are pissed away in monthly, the microtransactions, the LSS content for games they grew up with, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a game that focuses on getting the quote-unquote whales. They usually have a very short lifespan when it comes to a game. Because, you know, the usual gamer only has so much time or money available, and eventually if they get to the point where they're making no progress, no matter how much time they play the game, they're just gonna give up on the game. That's how a game dies. Yeah, that's why I find myself playing a lot of indie games, because a lot of indie games are focused on making a good game rather than microtransactions. $210, yeah, you told me about that. $210 dollars in DLC, which is, in my opinion, kind of overkill, really. Just unneeded. Absolutely unneeded. Okay, that you are copper. Add that stuff in lightly, not heavy. Exactly. Exactly. Cracked the game. One person cracked the game, found the hidden files, and took it to court and whatnot. Like if you call for GTA 5. GTA 5 is yeah. Their biggest problem was hackers, which they still do. The game still has quite a few hackers in it. How many years it's been out? Yeah. There's a lot of things in that game I'm not 100% sure on, you know? Okay, we're gonna go straight up. They most likely did break the game up. I mean, the problem with the AAAs right now, the problem with the AAAs right now is mainly the fact that you've got the publisher talking in their ear. Usually this is how it happens. Indie developer makes a couple of games, finally gets that one game that is very popular. Problem is, they don't have the money nor the funds to make all the content they want to make for their newly found fans. So what many of these developers do is they go to a publisher who has the money and has the access to the additional studios that can help them out making that stuff. Problem is, because they're a large AAA publisher, they will want to add certain things they believe, these publishers believe, are big money making ideas. You You know, the loot boxes, the DLCs, stuff that makes money. Because if they're going to invest in this small company that made this new idea, they will want a bunch of profit in return for their investment, which causes a small indie company to become a AAA and end up making a game that's like every other AAA game out there. Return on launch date, etc., etc. Yeah. So you got all this money that's spent into the marketing, the advertising, and the development of this game that's now become bloated. That's why there's a bunch of indie developers. That's why there's a bunch of indie developers who, yeah, like stay private, who focus on making a small, condensed gaming experience. Yes, it's not going to have as many hours of gameplay, but it's going to be a better experience overall. That's why I like indie developers. I like focusing on indie developers who focus on a good gaming experience that may be a little bit shorter, but, you know, you have a much closer connection with your audience when you stay an indie developer. Yeah, the publishers are just a middleman. They're a middleman who just... I mean, nowadays with places like Steam and all that, isn't required. Back in the day, a publisher was very much required. You needed to have that person who would take on the cost of printing out all the CDs, printing out all the boxes, boxing all the games up, shipping them out to all the convenience stores and game stores for you. That's what the publisher was initially for. Nowadays, you don't need to do that. You just upload it onto Steam, and Steam pretty much does that all for you for free. Other than, you know, the initial cost. You know, you get the licensing fees, which is a one-time deal. It's $100. I've done it myself. So, the $100, throw $100 at them, you get your license, it doesn't expire, bing bang boom, there you go. Those CDs are adware encrypted to keep from doing illegal copies. Exactly. Yep. It's all those additional costs that the production costs, they add up. And it's just, yeah. And there's a reason why AAA games are so expensive. It's all the additional stuff going on around it. In fact, there's a bunch of AAA companies who are losing developers because they're getting sick of the rat race that the AAAs create, and they're starting their own companies. I mean, Cliff Belinsky went and started his own studio. He's the guy he was the brains behind Unreal Tournament and Gears of War. Granted, Epic Games doesn't exactly need to sell their games, because the truth is a lot of the games that Epic Games makes, they're just glorified demos of their game engine. They don't have to sell games. Most of their money comes from their game engine, so they don't need to make money on those things, but they do because they want to advertise their games, advertise their game engine. That's where most of their money comes from. Their customers are game developers. That's who their customers are. Making a game solo is very difficult. Unless you know how to make the artwork, animate it, code, and market it all by yourself, it's very difficult.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, we got the glass. I'm gonna drop the rubies off. in ARK there was a controversy of people who made what was Dungeon Defenders 2 was getting. Tried suing the wild card. Wow, that's unfortunate. That's sad. Game was halted. Like, oh no, was it dead? A game. A lot of games don't die. They just get hung up. They get hung up on. They get indefinitely caught in the legal side of things. I don't think that people won. I think art was let go. Yeah, they probably just gave up. They realized that the amount of money that it would cost to keep the legal action going wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't get a return. So they just gave up. Which is weird about some people, and they're taking legal action against other companies. They realize that they're not going to get the money back as what they would get out of it, so they just say, screw it. Let's eat this stuff. Excuse me. Thank you. There we go. I'm gonna grab some water from our filtration. Boom, boom. And boom, boom. Same way in the manufacturing world, I remember my foster dad telling me that BMW wasn't taking care of the engineers, and they went to Hyundai. Like, some of the vehicles now look partly like Jags. Okay, yeah. Worked at very so hard. I wanted to go on my own and make 60, 80K versus 22. Yeah, right now when it comes to how much I'm making, I don't live a very expensive lifestyle, so I don't really care as much. But if I had a family, how much I make is nowhere near enough. Quality over quantity, yeah. That's why I couldn't be in fast food. And when I was in high school and on in college, I just could not stomach being in fast food, because it's all about quantity, not quality. I'd be happy with 20-ish a year. Yeah. I could see 20-ish a year being pretty good. Yeah, let's fix you up a bit here. There we go. I'm gonna try and switch out some of the batteries, because I'm quite sure the batteries are getting kind of low on the Cyclops here. I want 35 to 40-ish. If I had a kid, 50-ish, yeah. Actually, I've got some 100% batteries down here, don't I? Yes, I do. Switch them out. Switch out the batteries on the Cyclops. There we go. 94, that's fine. Probably the 52. Get the 51 out of the way. There we go. Get the 53. First off, I'm gonna go over to Cyclops and pull out one of the power modules, the batteries from the prawn suit, switch out the 52s, and get this thing charging. 99, 99. is a... Hey, jerk, off. Do not want. Throw you out. To the prawn. Park it. Let it charge. There we go. 1%. And take the 100% out. This is why I wish I could just have this thing attached to the side of my base. You know, when I come to park it, I could just immediately park it on the side of my base and have it connect to the power source and recharge from there. Okay, we're good. I'm pushing my landing platform around. Out of a perfect spot too. Okay, let's see here. 99%, 53%. Yeah. 69%. I'll switch out Seamoth's power. For the 53%. There we go. There's Seamoth. There we go. And then we'll just put these two into the Cyclops here. And then we'll be good for power for a while. There we go. And then there's the glass, which we're gonna have to go to the base and start making some windows on this thing so we can actually see out. But at the very least, the base is started. I've still got to I'm gonna have to make a moon pool so I can park the prawn suit down there. I'm also gonna probably make another prawn suit for moving in between locations down there. I do feel iffy. Don't change the way they do business for the AAA games. The indies are going to take off. I'd rather wait 5 years for a great game than rush to disappointment. Yes, I agree. I'd rather have a good game made that they took the time to make than for them to rush just to, you know, make money. Because the games that would be good enough to last 5 years, right? American made, not Chinese. Yeah, right? Yeah. That is the weird thing. Is that if you care a lot, charge. Okay, this thing is working overtime. You take your time to make a good game, you should get your money's worth in return. Because enough people will want to play the game. Grab a couple of fish. Grab 4 of them. Yeah, it is nice to see more things being made in the United States. But there's just so many people who don't want to work in manufacturing. Because they're like, I want to be in the tech field. It's like, yeah, but there's only so much space in the tech field. There's nothing wrong with working in a blue-collar job. There we go. The dad who works in junkyard are losing a lot of salvage business due to the new cheap parts and cheaper and easier than used parts. Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They only last a quarter of the time. Yeah, that's true. The newer parts just kind of easily just don't last. With whatever, as long as I can take the time, or when I need it to be cool, no matter what. Replace in 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we've gotten ourselves a kind of like a storage place down below, and we've gone up and down with little to zero issue. So this is working out. We've gotten ourselves established down there. We've been able to go down there several times and build a base and get supplies back, which is nice. Creating that beacon over there has definitely helped. We haven't gotten attacked for a while, which is nice. Getting from that base into the storage area, the deep storage location, is still a little iffy. You know, getting from that base to this base is a little iffy. Mostly because of the warpers. The warpers are definitely a problem. But it's something that we really can't do much about anyway. So they're gonna warp us out of the prawn suit regardless. But once we can get the grappling hook, once we can get the grapple, traveling through the caves are gonna be a lot easier and a lot faster. But I think we might be able to make the Mark II here for the prawn suit. Nope, we can't. Can't go deeper with the prawn suit yet. Got it down to 600. I might be able to make it down to 900. Let's see here, Cyclops. We do have nickel ore now. So we can make the Mark II. So we could go even deeper. But that means having to get our Cyclops to squeeze through there. That's gonna be a pain. Oh. How are we gonna do that? We could try looking through the other cave entrance. We could go deeper into Deep Cave 2. We could try going down that way. That might be a little easier, getting a little deeper. Because once we get the kyanite, then we could get the upgrade prawn suit module, so we can get the prawn suit to go deeper. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go and try and check out the next time we play next Wednesday. We'll go through that entrance and see if we can get an easier path with the Cyclops. I'm hoping if that is the case, we might be able to get deeper, find kyanite, get one crystal, upgrade the prawn suit, and then we can go even deeper with the prawn suit. Because the prawn suit and the Cyclops right now are equal in how much depth they can go. I'd much rather go through the prawn suit. We seem to be a lot more maneuverable in the prawn suit than Cyclops. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna go through that entrance. We'll probably have to make a halfway base as we go when we find a good spot. Preferably a spot that is much like the other deep storage, where we have a lot of mining locations to go to. But anyway, it's about that time. I gotta log off. I gotta go to work. So thank you all for hanging out with me. If you have not done so, if you're new here, please hit the follow button on your way out. Helps me greatly. Helps you know when I go live. Tomorrow is going to be the Long Dark. We're going to try and complete the Nomad Challenge. Try and finish, or at least make some progress on getting 3 days worth of living time in each location, each marked location. After that, then we do Whiteout, which probably won't take us long to get through. And then we'll start playing Stranded Deep. This upcoming Saturday, though. This upcoming Saturday is going to be Final Fantasy IV. We're celebrating my 1 year of regular streaming on Twitch. 5 days a week. I've been doing this for a year now. So we're going to be playing Final Fantasy IV on Saturday. Final Fantasy IV is the very first true video game I've played a lot of. I mean, I played it back on the original Game Boy, and it's nice to see the HD remake available. So we're going to be able to kind of go down memory lane while seeing better graphics and cinematics. That's going to be fun. So I hope to see you there on Saturday at 1 p.m. But tomorrow, 7 a.m., Long Dark. Hope to see you there. Latest.